Skipping school with civic duty in mind. These protests by students are taking place all over the UK and in 1,000 towns and cities in 100 countries around the world. They're demanding action by governments on climate change.
We're the next generation. We're going to be the ones who are going to live the life where climate change is going to control us. So if we want to not live in that life, we have to change it now instead of waiting.
A lot of people standing outside Parliament is something that the government can't ignore, but a lot of kids standing outside Parliament is something they really can't ignore. So if you've got that many people missing school and making that much of a kerfuffle, it's going to make a big deal and they can't ignore it anymore.
We're not old enough to vote, we're not old enough to have influence in Parliament or in government directly. And there is no way to engage in a direct dialogue with Parliament. So this is our way of being heard in any capacity.
School walkouts have been inspired by 16-year-old Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg. Since last summer, she's spent her Fridays not at school, but protesting outside the Swedish Parliament to raise awareness on global warming. This week, she was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Her activism has inspired students around Europe and the world to make their voices heard.
I couldn't stop them because they read the speeches, call to action for young people, and when I saw their response to that and how inspired they were by that action, I couldn't stop them from using their voices to try and affect change that's ultimately going to affect their lives more than it affects my life.
We want to help the environment and save the people because no one else is doing anything about it.
Could you come together as a community to build up this generation and maybe make a change?
The National Association of Head Teachers in the UK isn't happy about the strike action taking place on a school day, saying nothing's more important than a child's education. Prime Minister Theresa May isn't happy about this surge in civic action either, saying it's a waste of lesson time. But the crowds here believe activism is more important than grades. Juliet, Mann, CGTN, London.